Oh my goodness, we are still here. Am I going to die? Season 2. I'm so excited to be here. I'm one of your hostesses with the mostesses, Melissa Moritz. And today I've got a very, very special guest, Jamie Leet. And she works with the ENT Institute, works with the marketing department all the time. And we're here to discuss something a little bit more serious today, which is called lupus. And Jamie is going to tell us about lupus and educate us all and tell us how we can, I think, support people with lupus and just what it is. Because up until I met Jamie, I didn't know what lupus was and what it really does to people. But working with Jamie, we've been able to, give her a life support of work and moral support. So I guess the first thing would be, tell us what it is.
Lupus is basically where your body attacks itself. And the good cells that you have, your body is attacking those cells. So that is basically what lupus is in small terms.
It's extreme.
Yes.
So we were talking before the show, of course, but what are some of your main symptoms? Because honestly, I see Jamie, at least once a week, and I wouldn't know that there was anything going on.
So some of the symptoms that you can present is a fever, mainly every day.
Every day?
Just about, low grade, about 99.0 around.
Do you take your temperature every day?
No, I stopped after a while.
How long
know
have
that you're
you
going to have
had
one?
Lupus.
I've been diagnosed since 2018.
Okay.
January.
So
recently.
Yeah, that is recent.
Mm-hmm.
So what were some of the symptoms that led to your diagnosis?
So 5 years before that, they thought that I had rheumatoid arthritis because I had joint pain in my hands and in my elbows.
Okay.
Which led down through a series of tests being diagnosed.
Got it.
Yeah.
And they got to the diagnosis rather quickly?
Yeah. No, it took about 5 years to be diagnosed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's we're going to go into, I'm a little rusty this time around, but we're going to go into facts and myths because I think that's it's fun to do, and you can take something, and it's not to downplay the seriousness of lupus at all, but you can take something and make it a little bit more fun to a serious topic and make it a little bit more fun. So how about this for a myth and a fact, and then I say a statement and you debunk me.
Sure.
So lupus is a kidney and joint disease only.
That is a myth. It can affect your brain. It can affect your joints, your skin, your heart, kidneys,
lungs. How would it affect lungs?
You could get cystic fibrosis.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Lupus causes that in your lungs.
Okay.
It's very serious.
So I'm sitting close to you. I could sneeze on you or you could sneeze on me. But is lupus contagious?
No.
Okay.
Lupus is not contagious at all. That's a myth.
Okay. And then how about your triggers? Do you know every day what your day is going to be like in living with lupus?
No. Anything can trigger you. Anything from stress in life to working out too much physically or being out in the sun can send you into a trigger.
So, have you really altered your lifestyle? Or do you do the
I've
same
altered
things?
it a little bit.
Okay.
You can limit your time in the sun and you can limit your stress level by practicing ways to lower your stress.
Can you eat and drink the same food, same diet?
I do. You should not drink like sodas. Those can cause inflammation. Sugars, yeah.
Coffee?
Red meats, coffee, yeah, all those things.
How about alcohol? Does that do anything?
Alcohol affects you.
It does?
Yeah. And you shouldn't drink alcohol if you have lupus.
Wow. Okay. So how about lupus is curable? There's a cure for it.
Lupus is not curable at all. There are research studies going out every year, though, for a cure.
I think we helped raise
Yes.
funds
Yes.
for research studies.
Yes.
this year.
So every year I go with the Georgia chapter, the Lupus Foundation of America, and they put together a lupus walk, which everybody that donates money, it goes directly to the Lupus Foundation of America for research to find a cure.
Wow. And what are the types of lupus? Can you explain that? Because I've heard that there's only 4 types of lupus.
Yes. So there's discoid lupus, there's systematic lupus, where you're in lupus flares all the time. There's cutaneous lupus, and then there's also lupus that is drug-induced.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Drug-induced.
Mm-hmm.
So you take a certain...
Certain medications can cause your immune system to go into a lupus flare.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What type do you have?
I have SLE, which is the systematic lupus.
Okay. And how often do you have flare-ups? Or is that a thing?
Yep. I have flares pretty normally once a week at least. My main flare is a malar rash, which I get on my face. It'll be red.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I see Jamie all the time. I would never know she is battling something as serious as lupus.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about how the diagnosis for lupus works.
So the diagnosis for lupus is really, it's difficult. You have an ANA test. It's a blood work test. And that usually comes back positive, but there's only 97% of people that have a positive ANA. So you have to look at other criteria.
You were negative, you said.
I was negative, yeah. So I have a negative ANA test all the time.
Wow.
So there's 4 criteria that you have to have. Usually it is the fever, the rash, the joint pain, and then photosensitivity.
Sensitivity to lights.
Yes.
So all
To
these
sun.
lights here.
Yes.
Oh, just the sun.
Which can give, well, yeah, in the sun and like fluorescent lights, they can give you headaches.
Wow. Well, we don't want to keep Jamie here too long to give her headaches. But tell us a little bit about some of the struggles that you've had. We were talking again before the show, which we shouldn't have been doing. But what has been your biggest struggle with lupus?
Just finding the moral support, the understanding that, I may look great on the outside, but on the inside, my body's fighting itself. And that's the hardest thing to deal with, that people don't understand that.
Is there this is tough. Is there a life expectancy with lupus?
In the 50s, there was a life expectancy of only 15 years. But
wow.
Now medicine is really advanced, and people are living to be about 80. So there's hope.
There's hope.
There's hope to live
That's
a really
great.
long life and normal life.
And you said, it's unfortunate, but your biggest loss through lupus was your friends.
Yeah, friends.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
I said, jokingly, I said it's like divorce.
Yes.
Lose all your friends.
You lose half your friends at least.
But, I'm so honored to have have you on the show today to talk about lupus, to educate people, because I had no idea until we did the walk and the support for you. And, I mean, you're at work every day.
Yeah.
Except, when you have to go to your appointments.
Mm-hmm.
It's just incredible. So
I try.
We're just honored that we could have a company that, in healthcare where we can support you.
Well, and that's another thing, people with lupus, it's important to have people in your job that understand your disease. And like you guys are so supportive. The ENT Institute is so supportive in my career.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we're all human. We need to take care of each other and support one another. So, in our true fashion for this show, it's Am I Going to Die? Do you die from lupus?
You can die from lupus. In fact, I've followed 2 people that have died from the pulmonary fibrosis.
pulmonary fibrosis. So it's a direct correlation with like what you end up dying with and lupus.
Right.
Okay. Wow. But life expectancy is increasing.
Yes.
So that's the good news. And, you know, if you know somebody with lupus, go take them to lunch or dinner or, you know, reach out and give them moral support. It sounds like that's
just listen.
what they need the most. And, you know, humans being humans, we can all support one another and be there together. So thank you so much for being on the show today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Educating our viewers on lupus, what it is, and how to help other people through life. So, you know, in everything, whether they're suffering from lupus or not, get your friend and be there for them, or be a listening ear or shoulder to cry on. And we're going to have next week's Am I Going to Die show. If you have questions or a subject matter that you'd like us to tackle, throw it to us at our show. You can comment below on the YouTube channel, and we're happy to take suggestions and happy that you are part of our audience. So thank you for being here today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.